stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. Nah, it's cool, it's cool. Don't play with it, play. Say so what you gonna do with it? Stop playing with it, play. Nah. If you gonna do it, then don't play with it, play. Exactly. Yeah. You built like that.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her.
This is playoff football in Chicago. The cold, the wind, the snow, and these Bear fans wouldn't have it any other way here inside historic Soldier Field. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great NFC matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the Chicago Bears.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. On the return, here's Hall.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. Ricky. Check 59. Mike is 59.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ready, Blue 80. 59. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
They run. It's Gurley. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught, Jones. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He had over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of this wild card game.
Ready, Blue 80. Me and you all day. I'm coming after you. Check.
On first down, Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Ready, wide 25. Wait. Mike to 59. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Mike, check. 59. Pick it up.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Open man is Antonio Gandy Golden. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the Bears' 32-yard line.
59, ready. Mike 25. 59. Tackles. Mike 59.
Ryan will throw again. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Calvin Ridley.
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
Atlanta.
Ready, Blue 80. 59. Get that quarterback.
try again here on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Ryan. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Stop made by Marlon Davidson.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd and 7, Trubisky.
You gotta love it, baby. Give me some more.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally, and you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up, and then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
That means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. And this is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On 2nd and 12, Ryan to the right side and complete to Hurst. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And the Falcon first down.
Now Ryan on 1st down. And Jones has it over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Add this gain to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or 2. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. Steps away to his left. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Gurley. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. The Falcons on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down.
And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. From 3 yards out. And the Falcons push further out in front. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Darrell Patterson on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own
the Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
On the option, Trubisky. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. And 22 more yards there and another first down. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And on the stop, DeMonte Casey.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 12-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
Check 43. Take it. Mike's 54. Mike's blue.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Eddie Pinheiro for the Bears field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points,
touchdown, Falcons! Calvin Ridley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons will extend their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Anderson on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Army. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Returnable here from the 38. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Mike, check, 59. I'm scared.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Only 4 yards on that gain, but, you know, a lot of people would say that's like getting 9 in normal circumstances since this was 1st and 5.
Yeah, now your playbook's wide open here, 2nd and very short.
Yeah, I still don't think that you can count it in the stats that way at contract time.
No, it still goes down as 4, not 9.
25, 51. Double dog, that's the way. Mike's 59.
From the 41, Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
59 Mike, check, 59.
From the gun, Ryan. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this? And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky going up top for Miller. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. Pushing his way through. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Younghoe Koo lining up for the point.
So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Dante Fowler. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Not easy for Nick Foles and the Bears now. 3rd and long after the sack. Foles. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
by the time
we have to leave the booth.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Mike to 59. Let's go. Hey, 59, ready.
Now Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Falcons continue to pour it on.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round, but I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
And just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And that is incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, but it's going to be second down.
Second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now Foles. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dante Fowler picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Here's Foles. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. He's at the 30. 10.
Another day, another dollar, baby.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will make it into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 45. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in a game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. That's another great play to come away with the football.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Ready, ready. Check, 59. Now watch run.
On first and goal, Gurley. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Coup for the extra point.
For the point after.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Falcons 56, Bears 3. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will make it into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Set, 380. Three's the mic. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Water.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Pulled in at the 24. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here's Gurley. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
At the Bears' 5-yard line.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
And goal at the 3-yard line.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
He completes this into the hands of Miller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Ready, blue 80, blue 80. Here we go, D.
On first down, it's Gurley. A gain of 3, second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this one complete on the slant route. 20! And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
First down, Atlanta.
59 Mike, 59 Mike, check.
Now Gurley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now. Now it's Gurley. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game. And Charles on the losing side.